we really think that because there are so many small businesses and so much opportunity in the US, that by delivering it digitally and continuing to innovate, and it will really provide material growth to our market share in the industry. So it's a fun place to be if anyone could ever believe that in insurance. It's exciting. So.
Today we have with us Tatiana DeJongh, AVP of Partnership Management at Hiscox USA. Welcome, Tatiana. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing great. I'm really excited to be here today.
Yeah, thanks so much for taking the time to chat. You were saying you went from 5 to 200 partners.
Yep.
That's incredible growth. How do you approach building all of those relationships in a relatively short period of time?
Yeah, it was a crazy trip, I guess I'll call it. Lots going on. I think, I came from a world of client relationship management prior. So my insurance experience was not with product. And so what I really realized is that the product component isn't really the core important component of it. It's the building a relationship with the people. And one of the things that we did in our group a few years ago is we actually sat down and created what we call a partnership promise. And the reason we did that was because we wanted to really put down on paper words to live by so that we could remind ourselves of them every time we engage with partners. And some of the commitments that we put in there are things like accessibility, being empathetic to our partners' needs or what's going on there, being engaging with them and being transparent. And, we call our relationships with our distribution partners partnerships for a reason, because it is a two-way street. It's a two-way street of commitment to each other and consideration of what each other's needs are or really what their challenges are. And I think one of probably the most integral component that's near and dear to my heart is that integrity piece, the trust. We all make mistakes. And one of the things that our partners have learned from us over time is that we will always tell them the truth, no matter how hard it is. And they really do appreciate that. I can't tell you the number of times we've made a mistake along the way as we're trying to figure this thing out, growing so fast. And we just say, look, I'm sorry, we did something wrong. Here's what we think we're going to do to fix it. Do you have suggestions on how you think would be best to accomplish that, so that you feel that you're made whole? And they really do appreciate that. And I think, again, when that happens, there, everything's at stake at that point. You have this critical relationship and you just told someone you messed up, what are they going to do? And they really do appreciate that, because I think there's, maybe some wonder sometimes if people are pushing things under the rug or trying to sugarcoat, and we really just don't do that. Really at the base of the foundation is trust. I mean, as I'm saying this out loud, I almost feel like it's really akin to a personal relationship,
It's human to human, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That is the core. And I have yet to say anything about an insurance product in describing this to you. So I really do believe it has nothing to do with the product being sold. And I hear time and time again from partners that they really can tell that it is a relationship. It is two ways. We engage with each other, and they do feel like we have skin in their game too. So it's not just us hammering them for more production. That's not what this is about. We can't do this without them, and we have to appreciate that they are a component of our business being successful.
I love that. Actually, it really makes me think about how much we talk in innovation about the importance of accepting failure and fail fast and all that. But the reality is that sometimes you're failing in front of or with a partner.
Yes.
And the only way through that, and the only way out of failing fast and getting to the other side of that, is transparency and communication and trust. And then, the rest would follow. The products and the success and all of those things, they follow, but we have to lead with that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. The leader of our division, who came over from the UK, Hiscox, said, "Hey, you did this successfully over in the UK. Figure this out in the US." One of my favorite things that he says is, we share all of our reviews on our website, and we share them, quote unquote, warts and all is the way he puts it. And it is out there, and they are what they are. And, it's more about how do you recover from those things when they happen. You can't really move forward without failing. And people appreciate that. I think, being humble about it, and just as long as you grow, we're good,
That's what makes a successful organization, right? Is those that take the risks. I mean, there is no painless growth. Yeah. Growth and innovation, it's messy, it's complicated, and if you want to succeed, the ones that succeed are the ones that don't stop trying, and that's how you get through it, is through it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way around it, that is for sure.
Gotta get through it.
Yeah.
What do you see as the future for small business? Do you think the innovation that we're seeing in the SMB space will continue at its current rate, or do you think it'll start to level off?
I absolutely think it's going to continue its current pace. I think in our space as well, we'll see a lot more innovation as far as the user experience is concerned, and the products that are going to be coming out that we wouldn't think as traditional. And I think some of that innovation in insurance we've seen already, and is going to continue coming from individuals who are in a really non-traditionally insurance focused space. So, we're all consumers. We know what it's like to receive marketing emails from, name your favorite online store. And so when you put that hat on, those are the people who are coming into insurance, which is a traditionally slow to change space, and saying, we are going to, some people like to use the word disrupt. I don't want to, get into the debate about that word, but they're coming in and saying, we have ideas. We have a better way for you to do this than the old snail way. And they're able to do what they're coming to the table with using technology. So it's a balance of people with experience in other areas, plus the technology to back that up.
Yeah, I think the cross-pollination of ideas in the industry itself, and then from external forces as well, has definitely been shaping what we're seeing. Those consumer delight experiences that you get with the Amazons and Googles of the world starting to filter over into insurance, and such unique risks. That's a great example of the gig economy. I mean, what do you do with this huge subset of workers who does not fit into the typical box and the typical products that the world created, and at least in the US for literally decades, centuries. So insurance by the minute is definitely not a concept that was on anyone's top of mind 15 years ago, that's for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
Great. Well, thanks so much for coming on, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be here, and I'm going to go try to cool off with my iced coffee. You enjoy your warm one.
Good call. I'll be over here with maybe 2 more hours left before the humidity hits, so enjoy my hot coffee until then. Thanks.